Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the ISU press conference. We're about to begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the International Skating Union, I'm here to welcome you to this press conference. My name is Patricia St. Peter. I'm an ISU council member and the ISU representative for Skate Canada International 2019. It is with great excitement that we are here to announce the first ever ISU Skating Awards. The ISU Skating Awards will be held on the occasion of the ISU World Championships, World Figure Skating Championships, Montreal 2020. ISU has undertaken this new initiative in collaboration with Skate Canada, the organizers of the World Figure Skating Championships 2020, along with Art on Ice. And it is my pleasure to introduce Oliver Hohner. Oliver is the concept developer as well as the producer for the award show. Benoit Lavoie. Benoit is an ISU council member and is part of the project management team. Ari Zakarian. Ari is the pioneer who thought up this idea and was very tenacious in presenting it to the ISU as something that the ISU should undertake. And last but not least, Leanna Caron. Leanna is the president of Skate Canada, the organizers of the 2020 World Figure Skating Championships, the host federation for the event. The ISU Skating Awards event will be a new format and will replace the gala exhibition. It will be held on Sunday, March 22, 2020 at 1600 until 1830 Eastern Time, and it will bring an exciting and glamorous and dramatic end to the World Figure Skating Championships. At the end of this presentation, there will be an opportunity for questions and answers, and now we'd like to share with you the logo for the event and a short video, please.
At the World Championship in Montreal. It's going to be a 2.5-hour show with live performances. There are 4 key elements of that new show, and I explain it shortly to you. We want to bring more glamour in bringing more celebrities from the skating world, but also outside from different fields to this event. We are celebrating in 7 categories award winners. We have live performance of the best figure skaters, like the top 3 of each category still will perform live in the show. And we have show and production numbers, including music acts and other acts related to figure skating. So these are the 4 key elements of this new show. The goal is to create a fresh and partly competitive format in order to enlarge the skating fan base and the worldwide attention to figure skating, making figure skating even greater. We launch an active voting system for the ongoing season, having public medias and federation participating in that. The final results will be announced at the World Award Show, having from the last 3 nominees the winner per category selected by the jury. The 7 categories for the award show have been carefully picked. They should give credit to elements of figure skating that sometimes have not been honored enough and should motivate skaters and their teams to bring those elements to the next level. such as entertaining programs, choreography, or costumes. Further, important people of the sport should get into the spotlight. We're talking about coaches and choreographers. So now Benoit will talk you through the 7 awards that we have picked for the show.
Thank you, Oliver. Well, just to give you a summary of the 7 awards categories, in general, I would say that it's for skaters, it's for coaches, choreographers. So the first one is the most valuable skater. So this will honor the single skater or a pair or an ice dance couple who best managed to increase the level of popularity of figure skating related to the fan base involvement, media attention, and also sponsors appreciation, the whole group. The second one that we saw on the video is Best Costume. It honors a single skater or a pair or an ice dance couple presenting a costume reflecting creativity, contemporary implementation, fashion, style, and originality. The third one, the most entertaining program. It honors the single skater or pair or an ice dance couple again for the music selection, expression, creativity, contemporary implementation, originality, and overall performance. Category number 4, Best Newcomer. Honors a young, talented single skater or a pair or an ice dance couple again, competing very successfully in ISU events at the senior level for the first season. We move on to category number 5, which is Best Choreographer. Honors the work of a choreographer who successfully inspired one or several single skaters and or pairs and or ice dance couples. Category number 6, the Best Coach. Honors a coach who delivered professional and efficient work and achieved outstanding results with one or several single skaters and or pairs and or ice dance couples. And the last one, not the least, a Lifetime Achievement Award, which honors a figure skating legend having achieved great success and popularity and is considered as a role model for the figure skating world. So now, to give you a little more details about how it will be all structured and the people and the groups that will be involved into this, we will have, first of all, we will create the ISU Skating Awards Selection Commission. And then the other one that I'm going to talk to you afterwards is the ISU Skating Awards Jury, which are 2 different identities. If I'm giving you some details about who will be part of this ISU Skating Awards Selection Commission, it will be composed of 5 individuals. And just to give you the titles and who they are, it's going to be the ISU Vice President of Figure Skating, Mr. Alexander Lakernik. We will also have, which is someone who has been appointed by the council, and this is a council member who subsequently will become or will be the jury president during the whole event. And this person will be Mrs. Mary Lundmark from Finland. Of course, we will have our ISU Skating Awards producer and Art on Ice CEO, Oliver, and also the ISU Skating Awards show initiator, which is Ari. And the last one will be Mr. Freddie Schmidt, our ISU Director General, who will subsequently will be used or will also act as the jury administrator with an objective role there. So what's going to happen is that as far as the process, the commission, right after, I would say after the conclusion of the last Grand Prix individual event of the season, which is NHK, which will end on November 24th, 2019. And based on the Grand Prix event results and the feedback, the ISU Skating Awards selections, they will select the skaters subject to public, ISU member federations, and media voting. So we're going to go with the first pool of individuals from the Grand Prix. Now we're going to come into the first important date, meaning that on December 1st, 2019, a long list of candidates will be published. And the public, the ISU members, federations, and the media will be able then to register to the ISU online voting platform and cast their online vote for their favorite candidates. And the online voting opens on December 1st, as I mentioned, 2019, and will close on February 10th, 2020. What we have to understand now, after, during the online voting, I mean during this period of time, the Commission will they will take into account the results and the developments of all of our ISU events that will be happening during this period of time, including the ISU Grand Prix of Figure Skating Final, the ISU European Figure Skating Championships, the ISU Four Continents Figure Skating Championships. And in the light of these events, they then might add additional candidates for the online voting. I will come back with some more details about when we register, when it's time to vote, when can we do it. Remember, each individual will have a single vote. They will be registered, and they will be able to change their vote if we add names. There will be a time where they will be able to revisit, and it's the last votes that will be cast that will count until, at the end of the date. Then will come into play what we call the ISU jury, the ISU selection jury. And just to give you a glimpse of what they will do, let's talk about the composition. We're not going to tell you exactly who they will be yet, because we want to keep some things, as it will evolve over the season. But who will they be? The jury they will enter into the game, I would say, right after this time, and then they will be composed as 6 former figure skating champions from the 6 most dominant nations in figure skating during the past several years. This will include, of course, namely Canada, China, France, Russia, and USA, who are also the organizers for the Grand Prix series. We will add to them, so it's 6 individuals who will be led by Mrs. Mary Lundmark, as I mentioned earlier, who will be the jury president, and of course, who will be present with them, it's the ISU Director General, Freddie Schmidt, who will be the administrator to make sure that everything goes accordingly to the rules and the selection process. The role of the jury will take place the crucial role will be really during the World Figure Skating Championships. The decision they will have to have a final say from the nominations that's going to be given to us, who will be the actual winner. What's interesting is that we don't want to leave out worlds, because during this period of time, we might have a surprise. We might have someone who might not have qualified in the categories, so they might have a say, and they will be allowed to add 2 more nominations in the categories, but they will not be able to use more than 2 categories. But we could come up with 1 additional nomination before we get the final result. So basically, now we're going to pass it on again to Oliver. So this is the structure, how it's going to operate. There are some other things that we might answer if you have any questions afterwards. Oliver?
Yes, to sum it up, the Commission will reflect and nominate from the GP season the candidates that can be voted for. We will start with the different categories, and also with different number of people. Like for most valuable skater, we have in each discipline, like men, ladies, pairs, and ice dance, we have 5 candidates. Then best costume, there will be more, because it's more open who can be wearing the best costume. It can be number 1, it can also number 15 or number 20 in the world. So this is why we open this up. So it's like 15 men, 15 ladies, 10 pairs, and 12 ice dance couples. The same is with the most entertaining program. Also there, it doesn't have to be the champions. It can be somebody who is in the midfield of the competition that has a wonderful, great program that we honor with that. So that's why we also have there 15, 15, 10, and 12. From the best newcomer, we have 10 competitors in total in all 4 disciplines, because it's overseen that we know who is going to be for the first time in these competitions from the young skaters. Best choreographers, we have 5 choreographers of all disciplines, 5 coaches from all disciplines, and from the Lifetime Achievement Award, there will be 1 candidate. That's going to be selected by the committee. as Benoit already told you, it's really important to understand that we start on December 1st with those numbers of candidates. And during the ongoing season, depending on results, also depending on development, also depending on maybe later entries from some skaters to the competition season, it will be after Europeans, after 4 continents, and after the Grand Prix final, it will be some more skaters being added and be open for the voting. So I just trying to make this clear because maybe it sounds a little bit complicated, but actually it isn't at all. So yeah, that's about the voting system. And I think it's important to also understand a little bit the event. I'm coming with a few words to the event. And one thing I forgot, I think it's an important role is for the jury. The jury has the 3 nominees that coming from the result of the voting going then to the jury. As Benoit said, in rare and exceptional cases only, there can be a fourth added, fourth nominee added because of the ongoing results at the World Championship. But otherwise, the jury has a very important things to do, and they have to consider the latest development, yes, of the World Championship. They have to analyze the 3 nominees according to the criteria of each category, and then they have to make the final decision on the winner who will get the award. And the award we only know on that show in the evening on the Sunday of the last day of the World Championship. For the show itself, a couple words to that. It's going to be quite different, the setup. After the last competition on the Saturday night, we do a changeover during the night to the Sunday. We still use the 360-degree audience, but 1/3 of the ice will be covered and has reserved seats for nominees, top skaters, guests, and others. This area also includes a stage where the awards will be given by celebrities and former figure skating stars. Each nominee will be introduced by a short video clip. The 2 hosts will present the show to live and TV audience. The name of the 2 presenters will be announced shortly. A second stage alongside the ice will be used for the extra performances, such as music acts, and in this case in Canada we will use Cirque Nouveau type of acts already confirmed are the Canadian music duo Momento and the famous cast of Cirque Éloise, which is a renowned contemporary circus company with their home base in Montreal. Founded by Jeannot Pinchot 25 years ago, who is still the artistic director. The company is touring worldwide with different shows. There will be more acts to come and to be announced. All the featured acts will be in conjunction with the figure skating, and that's for me, that's very important, that we just don't put any acts in there just to have acts. So we want to have the combination of figure skating and acts that are related with figure skating, but not exactly our figure skating. So figure skating, a big part of that is music. And so we're using some extra live music for that. But we're also using other elements, as I said, from the circus, from the dance, to be in combination with our sports. And I think that's a nice thing about it, that we show that our sport can be combined with other elements of entertainment. The top 3 skaters in the world, the medalists, will still perform live in the show. And we will add some skaters that we invite to the show that have special programs or we have special interest in them too. It could be other Canadian skaters or whatever that we invite to the show. On top of that, we will have group skaters and special skill skaters that we specially fly in for the show. So they're not participating in the World Championship, but they're important to make group numbers and the whole entertainment part of this show happening. So the show will jump back and forth from one scene to the next, and that should be in a very high pace. So what is our goal is to have an entertaining show and not a slow award show that we sometimes see on TV. So it's really, we keep up all the elements and we keep a high pace for these 2.5 hours. That's very important. The award trophy itself has been created by famous artist Phaeton Créjou. It's a piece of art. It's handmade. It reflects the beauty of figure skating and the flow of motion in a modern way, and will exhibit for the first time at the Grand Prix finals. It's already integrated somehow in the logo. The real thing you will see at the Grand Prix final. I think I'm really looking forward to this because I think it adds a new element to figure skating. It doesn't change the competition format, but it gives something extra to it. And now I think it's really time for some words from the man, the man that had the vision. We know we're talking about Ari. He is the inventor, the father of the idea of the ISU Skating Awards. His passion for this project for many years made this big step now happening for all of us. Thank you, Ari. Without you, I wouldn't be the producer of the show.
Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an exciting day for me, for ISU, for Figure Skating Society. We are taking to the next step into the sport that called figure skating, and we have one of the most beautiful and incredible sport out of all the other sports around the world. And this is a time that we can have a show where we can recognize and we can salute the people in the skating society that really made a difference, and the people that really belong to our figure skating world. And this event will open so many doors for so many people that never had a chance to be really celebrated in the sport, in the glory. And we will also challenge another award shows worldwide with the quality. And there are a lot of other shows, but you will see that we are coming. This is the first time, and we're just starting, and it's going to be very strong and incredible entertainment worldwide. Thank you.
And lastly, I just want to say, as president of Skate Canada, how thrilled we are to be the very first host of this incredible celebration of figure skating that will take place at the occasion of the 2020 World Championships in Montreal. And so we're hoping to see all of you there. We're extremely proud and honored that the ISU Council has chosen Skate Canada to host not only the first 2020 World Figure Skating Championships with this exciting event, but also for their trust in us as we help them to execute this. Consistently, we have said that the 2020 ISU World Figure Skating Championships, particularly with this exciting new concept, can elevate our sport so that it's not only celebrated for its athletic feats, but that it's also celebrated for its grace, elegance, and its contribution to the arts, which we all know it does on a very much daily and regular basis. It's our hope and our intention that the joie de vivre of Montreal and our culturally diverse population in Canada will create memories of both new and loyal fans, thus broadening both the individuals that come to the show, but those who follow us. Certainly with the addition of this award show, memorable experiences will be created for everyone. Skate Canada enjoys the collaboration with the ISU and Art on Ice to bring the ISU Skating Awards to life. The date is March 22nd, 2020. And as mentioned, these awards will take place on the final day of the championships between 4 and 6:30 p.m. and will be preceded by a very special red carpet event. As of May 31st, tickets have gone on sale and have been selling extremely strong for these World Championships. They're taking place at the Bell Centre in Montreal, and we have a good amount of capacity given the modernness of this facility. Our ticketing strategy started out with tickets being sold for all events, and now they've progressed to single-day tickets that are available. Take a look, please, at montreal2020.com for all ticketing information. Hosting impressive events like this is a collective effort between a number of different parties, not only the ISU and Art on Ice for this announcement today, but I'd also like to acknowledge Patinage Quebec and all of their volunteers, the City of Montreal and Tourism Montreal, the Quebec provincial government, and the Canadian government for all the support they give us to host such World Championship events. And thank you to the ISU for entrusting us with this most prestigious event of the annual skating calendar and allowing us to execute this inaugural ISU Skating Awards. We are beyond confident that Montreal will be a fantastic host for all of you and are looking forward to welcoming the world in 2020. Thank you very much.
So that concludes the formal part of the press conference. We do have some time to take some questions from the audience. So if you do have a question, I just ask you to raise your hand. We'll run you the mic. And also please indicate which speaker your question is directed for. Oh, over here.
So how are you going to, first of all, my first question is how will it be determined who will receive the Lifetime Award?
The Lifetime Award will be decided within the commission that we will carefully select from great skaters that have great achievement over a long period of time, and we will select from those skaters that really deserve that award. That's not going through the voting system.
When you talk about skaters that you're going to invite to the show, are you talking about skaters from all over the world?
Yeah, there's no limitation
Former
to that.
champions, former Olympic world champions?
Exactly. I think people that are a long time connected with the figure skating, that's really important. And also after their competitive career still are in combination with figure skating and still follow figure skating or in different role with the figure skating world. Of course, these people cannot be, for this special award, they cannot be active participants in the competition or as coaches or as judges or so on. So these people still have a role in the figure skating world, but not an active role in the World Championship.
I'd just like to congratulate you to bringing the sport forward into the 21st century. It will open everything up. I think it's exhilarating. It's a wonderful way forward, and I think you should be applauded for going forward with it. So well done. Congratulations. Let's hope it works.
Thank you.
A question for Leona about the red carpet. Do you have any more details about that?
All I can say is it will be a very glamorous event. We will honor the skaters that participated at the championships, all the award nominees, and those who you'll have to wait to see if they're the winners. It will entail an obvious, by the title, a red carpet celebration, which will bring all the glitz and glamour that you can imagine that we know of figure skating. More to come.
And red carpet will be part of the show as well.
I mean, it's before the show, but I think it's an important
Pre-show.
part of the event itself. And having the stars of figure skating combine on the red carpet with stars of other fields, from other sports, from entertainment, from music, from film industry. I think that's really exciting part of it. And I think it's also important that we show the figure skating stars not only on the ice or on the podium, but also like on the red carpet and also in the audience before they go on the ice for their performance. So that's also something very new. It's not that they stay in a dressing room and then they go out for their performance. The goal is that they are there, part of the whole thing, and they just go and prepare before they go on the ice and do their shows thing.
And also I might add that, you know, usually at championships, on Saturday when the event finishes, there is a bit of a letdown, and we would like to build up until we get, you know, the gala, which is, again, a surprise that we might get, you know, having new people involved, a new format, wanted people to stay in until the end and have a final big celebration about something that you will add some quality at the overall, you know, championships. And what a better place than the world. So I think that's a very good incentive.
Hi, in the back, please. Curious, there's a lot of fans out there who the gala is their, you know, quote unquote favorite part of the weekend. How will you make sure that this show doesn't necessarily replace that and that you've got something that is added to and not being taken away from fans and their enjoyment?
If I can say it, sorry. Well, a lot of fans that were coming to see the skating galas Sundays at World Championships, in my opinion, some of them, they were getting disappointed because the performance quality for the skaters that they were doing yesterday, quad jumps, many of them because, let's say Saturday, if I will win, I wish, if I will win the World Championships, what am I going to do? I'm going to go and celebrate with my family, with friends, with the agent, and have some fun. Probably go sleep at around 3 o'clock, but 8 o'clock in the morning, I have to be up. I have to be going already at the practice, and it's kind of, for me, it's a broken day, and most of the skaters, they do really come with the slow music, they come with the boring programs. Instead of quad jumps, they do the triple jumps, and the public that comes to see that shows, they're getting disappointed. And I heard about it from many people, and we do not want to continue that way. We would like to make a celebration. We would like to have the skater come and does his top quality elements. He doesn't have to save himself just to show that he's there. He came, he put the mark that he was there, and that's not what we want. And the show is going to be glamorous. That's why we got Art on Ice with the incredible experience. If you ever want to see what they have done, go to YouTube, go Art on Ice, you'll see what they have done.
Yeah. And I would like to add on as well, you know, it will be the same, the skiers that were supposed to go to skate in the exhibition, they will still skate. But we will add some quality to the exhibition, which will be something new and create some excitement over the week, as we will have many world champions being present as well. And when we discussed this with the council, the idea was really, it's great to already have an event that you can reinvent, and then that it's already there. It's not about creating always new things, but it's all about reformatting a few things to make it look better. And, you know, as we said, to bring it more like updated with what's the reality now and what we see. It's not to be competitive with other things, other sports or other things, but it's just to use what we have in place to make it even better and give the right level of appreciation, you know, towards the skaters and the people who are really within the skating family.
We have time for one last question.
First of all, I think that it's a great idea. This is a great thing that you will do in this World Championship. As Gary said, you bring the skating in the 21st century. Thank you very much for that one. Just one question, Benoit. You said that the jury has a 6 member coming from the 6 member hosting the Grand Prix.
Yeah, yes.
That means that, for example, Christopher Dean cannot never be part of this jury?
No, well, the way it's been, okay.
Just
You have to, yes. We had to start somewhere. As you know, the experience, we would like to repeat it, and it will probably come with ideas, new innovative ideas and so on. So I think I think everyone was starting to find out what would be the most objective way to start the whole thing so that you would give the credibility that it deserves. So we said maybe, usually a jury member, like if you want to have people on site, if you still want to benefit from their presence and also their expertise to add or to decide, we thought that the best ones would be athletes, former athletes, and people who have shown to the world, not to exclude anyone, and that's why I would like you to bear with us. We will see how it will evolve, and I'm sure that, we won't have the same jury all the time and as it will develop. So I think it was a starting point, and to tell you the truth, it's not specifically a specific reason, but it was to find out a group of people that will get the credibility amongst the skating family at that event. And we thought that maybe that was the best starting point. So,
Thank you.
So thank you very much. I'm going to pass it back to Patricia for closing remarks. But before I do that, our speakers are going to pose for a photo, and then I believe everyone's available for one-on-one additional questions.
So in conclusion, and picking up on your question, after the event has concluded over this summer, the council will analyze what worked, what was effective, what was successful, and then the council will decide, should we continue it? And we want to continue it. We don't want this to be a one-time thing. So as Benoit said, please be patient. This is a first time. Let's make it a great success. Let's not pick it apart. Let's pick it apart later, okay? After it's done. But let's all get on board. This should be a wonderful success. And then the council will decide, should we continue? And I want it to continue as a council member. I'm confident Benoit does.
Of course.
And I'm really confident that both Oliver and Ari do, as well as Liana. So our goal is to make this, the first ever, but it will continue. And then the analysis will be, how can it be accommodated to the speed branch? Is there some similar type of format that the speed branch, both short and speed skating, could use as some type of awards event? Because obviously those sports also should have an awards event. So with that, thank you very, very much for coming. We are excited, and the ISU will be issuing a press release at the conclusion of this press conference. So thank you, and we look forward to March.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Oliver.